Hey everybody, we're here just outside of Las Vegas with Chevrolet to come check out some pretty cool race trucks. Tomorrow is the Mint 400 and we're gonna be in that race, so make sure you come back to the channel to check out those videos. But right now, we just took a Colorado and a Silverado out into the desert to do some off-roading, and the leader of the pack was this monster right here. Now, this Jeep is owned by Tim. He actually runs a tour company, and I just had to find out more. So right now, we're gonna crawl all over this thing and I'll tell you all about it, so let's meet Tim. So Tim, I want to learn all about this Jeep, man, and I'm hoping you can tell me everything about it. So yeah, let's start from the basics. What year is it, and where did you acquire your collection of Jeeps?
So we actually, we do tours out here, and we build these. We actually buy them from insurance auction. So we actually buy them wrecked, but fix them back up.
Gotcha.
And we totally modify them so they can run some good hard rock crawling trails.
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, let's start going through everything. So first of all, you got the winch up front, and you mentioned custom. So the bumpers, this is all custom. You guys cut all that yourself?
Yep.
That's really, really cool, man. So how heavy is your winch here?
It's 10,000 pounds.
10,000 pounds, gotcha. And you like the synthetic cable on it?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm assuming you made that change recently from steel over to synthetic, or?
It's been a few years ago, but actually Quadratech sent us quite a few of these, so they've been real decent as far as helping us out.
Nice, very cool. Okay, and then yeah, moving back a bit, let's talk about these monster tires, man. So what do you got on these guys?
So these are a 40-inch Toyo MT, and they are absolutely great for off-road. We've never had to balance one. We put them on a beadlock rim, a Raceline beadlock rim,
nice.
Monster beadlock. This is a Dana 60 Ford front axle. It's a high pinion Ford front axle.
Okay.
So we use Fox. These are they're smooth body shock. We use PSC hydraulic assist steering.
Okay.
We put chromoly shafts on them. We use Warren locking hubs.
Nice.
We make these fenders flares.
Okay.
So we put our artwork in it. So this Las Vegas rock crawlers.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yep.
So when you guys get one of these wrecked, I mean, the first thing is you totally tear it down straight to frame, or how basic does the restoration go?
So we source the axles from either a junkyard or wherever we can find them online.
Okay.
We basically cut off all the suspension components, and we weld on new stuff. Gotcha. So we make most of it ourselves. Some of the the rod ends and stuff like that we'll purchase through one of the suppliers online.
Sure.
The hoods, this is a Duraflex hood. We basically take the stock hood and we raise it up. We cut it off 3 inches and move the fender up so it opens up that wheel well. So we make these sliders in case you hit a boulder or something like that. You don't bend anything, so that's
sure. And those are welded right on, huh?
Yep.
That's nice.
Well, it's bolted to the body, but this is this step is welded on.
Gotcha.
We actually wanted a good thick deck, for our customers to stand on so they didn't slip off.
Sure, smart.
Then we also we put our own artwork. Everywhere we can mark something up and put our name on it, we'd rather do something like that.
Well, and those are super cool. I mean, it makes the Jeep unique. And I mean, is it water jet or laser, or what cuts them?
So we use both.
Okay.
Whatever is available at the time.
Gotcha.
So it can be, things can be busy around here.
Sure.
So we had this 3/16 armor. We buy that from Poison Spider.
Okay.
This is a Chevy 14-bolt rear axle.
Okay.
So we buy this. This one's off a cabin chassis model.
Interesting. Okay.
And then it matches the width of the front. The 65 inches is what we're looking for.
Gotcha. And is that axle set up like what you're looking for? Generally a Chevy rear and a Ford front, or is it more about the size of the axle?
Well, it's the strength. Yeah, the strength of the axle. And the 14 bolts are easy to set up. They're really strong. There's a ton of them around.
Gotcha.
The axle width is right. We actually take about 2.5 inches off the bottom of the housing and put a shave kit on it. So a TMR shave kit. We changed the rear end to the suspension to a triangulated 4-link, so it's got 4 bars, and that's really what allows it to flex, and keep it centered.
And what is the gearing on it? Do you know all the gearing on
Yep, so these are 513 gears.
Okay.
A or B lockers.
Gotcha.
And we actually stretch the rear axle back 6 inches, and we go 1 inch up front, so we actually add 7 inches to the wheelbase.
That's interesting. And I asked you this earlier, these are all LJs, so they're already longer wheelbase, but obviously you like stretching them out a little, huh?
Yeah, the 110 for us works great.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. So yeah, let's continue around the back here because you got a couple cool tricks about back. And again, you got to look at this custom bumper, everybody. That's so cool. And you know what? Those are really the things that make a vehicle unique and make it special, I think. You know?
Yeah, you know, we had we bought some Jeeps, you know, back in the day, and they were kind of the cheaper end of the market as far as you know what that bumper was, and that they had a bumper on it, and we had issues with them just not holding up to everyday rock crawling. And these Jeeps can go out 5-6 times a week, and so we wanted to build something, put some strength into it, and we found this spindle right here from Summit Machine. So they manufacture those.
Yeah.
We were able to add a provision for a roto pack, and you know, can hold a 40-inch square tire. We don't have obviously one on today, but these tires are heavy.
Sure.
Especially when you're beating on them, you know, day in and day out.
Of course.
So, otherwise, we've kind of Frenched in our taillights here.
That's
and
cool.
just to protect it for some rocks, and added a CB and radio mounts and flag mounts and that kind of thing.
Very nice.
High lift jack mount, and so they're great vehicles, super stable on the trail. And,
yeah, no kidding. How about the interior? You guys change up the interior?
Not too much. I mean, not too much. I mean, we usually just put a dust cover on it. Yeah. So we'll weld in, you know, some cage stiffening and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, and actually, we're not finished with this one. We haven't powder coated, but it'll end up having a bar that runs up top.
Gotcha. And then one thing we glanced over is what's under the hood. Is this still a stock 4-liter? Or?
It is, yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
So, yep, straight 6. It's got the factory transmission, and it's got a Rubicon transfer case.
Oh, very
so 4-to-1 transfer case.
Nice. So do you know what the low range is once it's all said and done?
I don't know the final.
Yeah,
I don't know the final.
It's got to be huge, though. It's got to be like a really big number, right? You got to be real
for crawling.
Low. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, that's a great tour of this Jeep, man. And if someone wants to come down here and go on your tour, how would they find you guys?
Well, it's really easy. Just either search, you know, Jeep Tours in Las Vegas, or you can look up LasVegasRockCrawlers.com.
Very cool. Well, Tim, you got an amazing Jeep here, man. Thanks for showing us around.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, everybody, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this walk around as much as I enjoyed meeting Tim and finding out all about his Jeep. It's all the custom fab work that really makes this thing unique. Now, we were out there in the desert with Chevrolet. I mentioned this off the top, and we were off-roading with the Colorado ZR2 and the Silverado Trail Boss, and it was the Jeeps leading the way. Now, the next day, I got a chance to ride in the race-prepped Silverado out there at the Mint 400, and guys, it was a heck of a ride. Now, we have a full-length video coming on all of those Chevys, so make sure you come back to the channel, and as always, go below, leave a comment, hit like, hit subscribe, and then come back here to TFL Off-Road as we keep bringing you the latest news, views, and real-world reviews. See ya.